Oke, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu wa ala alihi washabihi amma ba'du. Hi guys, good morning everyone. Okay, welcome to our weekend Teach Talk. Today we're diving into the basic of HTML with guidance of our amazing speaker is the Mawaldi. Okay, the Mawaldi, please can you explain introduce HTML?
Okay, so hello everyone and welcome back to WWT, or we can call it as we can talk. So at this time I will become the speaker of the We Can Tech Talk series, and today videos I want to talk about introducing to HTML. So before I show you what is HTML and what's what is the important things about learning this and why we should learn this. So let me present my screen first. Right. Okay. In here, I want to show about website first. So if you ever heard about web or site or website, is an website, of course. So if you still don't get what is website, website is web pages. So if you basically like um, using a browser or any browser like Chrome, Brave, Google, well, uh, in in browser you usually searching up a website with Google. So Google is a web browser, or we can call it like the web that used to browse the website. If you get what I mean. So in here, website is also written as web or site is one or more web pages and related content that is identified by a common domain name and published one on at least one website. So maybe we don't have to go that far with website, but you guys can still learn what is website first. If you guys still don't understand about what is website, but I'm sure everybody knows about website. Now we are going to jump to the HTML. So while we are talking about website and HTML material, so because HTML is something that the structure of website use. So if you want to make a website, you have to learn HTML first. Because of why? Because this one is the most basic things to make a website. So if you want to make a website and you want to develop a website or learn how to make a website, well, HTML is the first thing you gotta learn. And here I would like to tell you about HTML. HTML, or we can call it as Hypertext Markup Language. It's the standard markup language for documents designed to be displayed in a web browser. So and that means that Hypertext Markup Language, or HTML, is a markup language for documents designed to be displayed in a web browser. Um, in Let me tell you about the advantages about HTML. So there are a lot of tutorial for HTML and also the explanation about HTML. So HTML was published in 1993, or exactly 31 years ago, and this became the document standard of website. So if you want to make website, you have to make sure you have HTML on your website, or neither website will not gonna work. So it's a scripting language, and there's a lot of history from HTML itself, which I'm not gonna be describing on this exact video because it's gonna take a really long time. Because we're not focusing on the historical, but we are gonna focusing on the material. So as you can see here, if you guys already understand about HTML and what is HTML, and you guys still ask what is exactly HTML looks like, well, I want to show you that there are HTML structure that you need to learn. So this is how HTML gonna look on our um, on our text editor. We're gonna be talking about that later. In here we can see this is an HTML. So it's basically a text or a tag that basically really gonna be your structure for the website. So you need this. If you don't have this one, then you're not making a website unless you make it on some of the CMS or content management source, or I don't know about that. But if you're making with WordPress or any other site that doesn't require you to programming, well, you can make it like easily. But there are some of fact that you must learn about HTML, because some of the WordPress require you to understand about HTML first. Even though you don't even need to code, but you still need the basic of HTML and CSS. Where in here, you're probably gonna ask about how to make it, and what exactly we need to uh, type with. Like, you already seen that it's really complicated if you write it on Google Docs, or maybe a Word, or maybe anything. Well, that doesn't how it works. So in each programming language, or if you want to make a software or imply an uh, imply a coding or maybe a programming language, well, you need something like text editor. So you need Visual Studio Code. If you want to make a website or anything that related to programming language, you need a code editor. Yes, code editor. So if you wanted to make something, for example, you want to make a software, you want to make an application, you want to make website, well, all you need is Visual Studio Code, because Visual Studio Code is the largest code editor that mostly developer use nowadays. And in here, I will tell you about a little bit about Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code, or usually programmers call it as Visual Studio VS Code, also commonly referred to as a VS Code. Like I just said, is an integrated development environment developed by Microsoft for Windows, Linux, macOS, and web browser. So you can access Visual Studio Code on any devices except Android and iOS, because you cannot access it on a mobile app development. So I'm sorry if you guys are using mobile as for mobile development, or maybe anything like related to coding. I'm sorry, you cannot use it, because somehow phone are not built for that, and also tablet is not built for that. So if you want to make a program, you need a laptop at least, or maybe you need a PC, or you need a computer, because that is basically the things that most programmers use in their daily life. I've never seen anyone programming with phone, because that is just ridiculously, it's not even perfect. And also, you don't have a really, really big screen to fit all the code, because mostly people take a lot of codes, a lot of lines to code on Word, of course. And yeah, in here, I just want to tell that Visual Studio Code is a code editor. As you can see here in the website itself, this is Visual Studio Code website. So if you want to use Visual Studio Code, you have to install it first. Yeah, this is the Visual Studio Code. And if we open the website, we can see that this is what Visual Studio Code is gonna look in the screen, or in your laptop or computer. So yeah, that's pretty complicated, but I will gonna guide you how to use Visual Studio Code while I learn about HTML, about the structure of HTML. I'm not gonna explain you a lot about HTML, but I will gonna give you a little example about HTML and how it's working. So if you want to learn HTML more, you can browse any video on YouTube, because there are a lot of thousands or millions of videos on YouTube that teach you how to use HTML, because it's the basic things that programmers usually use. So here you can click download if you want to download it, or you can zoom in, and if you see a web things here, you can click a web. So basically, you can now run your Visual Studio Code on website, but it's really ridiculous since you cannot even install some of plugins, or you can run your project on real time. So yeah, I don't say that this is useless, but it's useful when you're outside or you're in someone's laptop, because most of laptops uh, don't have access to Visual Studio Code, or maybe they don't have Visual Studio Code on their computer, so which we don't need to install it anymore. And yeah, if you want to try a website, you can click here, and if you want to try the desktop, you can click here. And it's an easy installation, and we're gonna start with the Visual Studio Code itself. In here, I will be install Visual Studio Code on my our laptop, and here I wanted to teach you how to start. So basically, if you're the first one who use um, if you are the one that just using Visual Studio Code or just install it, they're probably gonna show you like this. So all you need here is you need to make a new file. I mean, if you want to make a project, of course we're gonna need to make a new folder, because if you want to run a project on anything like website, application or software or anything, you need to make a new folder. So in that folder is basically where we are gonna be code, like all the projects, all the data we're gonna put on that folder. So for example, here I would like to make a folder on developer. You can put any folder where you like. You can put it on downloads, you can put it on documents or anything. Well, in here I'm gonna put my folder on developer folder. From here I'm gonna make a new folder. Uh, the new folder is um, teaching WWT. Alright, so in here I already made and create, and here I already have my own um, my own folder, and all you need to do is open the folder. When you're already done opening the folder, you already in technically you edit uh, your accessing your folder that you have been made. As you can see here, we got teaching editor in this for in this Visual Studio Code. So yeah, wherever we make a change or we make a file, we are going to change in that folder. So if you have anything problems with the code or with the file or with the program itself, or you want to delete it or you want to do everything, you can access the folder, because everything, basically the data that you need, the file that you need is on that folder. So don't forget to access the folder whenever you really need it. So yeah, without any folder, we are just gonna make a new file. So if you can see the little button here, yes, a little things here. It's called new file. The one that looks like a paper with plus button with plus in it. Well, you just can click it. Don't make sure you are clicking the new file instead of new folder, because there are two things that different. This is the new folder and this is the new file. So if you want to make a new folder, you can click here. But if you want to make a new file, then you have to click there. And all we need to do is um, type index.html. Alright, as you can see here, um, we already made a new file, and this is our editor, our code editor. So as you can see here, why the name is index.html is because we require to declare an HTML type file. So everything after dot um, is a type of file, the file itself. So if you get what I said, is that everything after that is the type of the file. So for example, if you have a picture on your email, the picture on the computer, the declare of the picture is probably going to be like, for example, your picture name is photo2. So photo2 dot png, because the image itself is a png file. Png file it means the image file. And here we already made index.html. So it's up to you if you want to make like gen.html. It's up to you. Both are still HTML file because you declare the dot is HTML. So yeah, as you see here, so we're gonna talk about this HTML structure. So if you see here, there are a lot of structures that we need to learn. But here I'm gonna tell you about exactly the basic of the structure. So all you need to do is declare the doc type. We need to declare. So first thing you need to do is declare this and doc type.html. This means that you are declared this file as HTML file. So we're not only declaring this one, but we will be declaring this one too. And after that, you can click type HTML and click enter, and then you can see this one is the tag, means that you are gonna write something inside of the HTML. So HTML has two things, that is head and body. So head means that you're putting something above the head. So if you ever seen something text in here, that is head or header. So you are putting this one above this one. So yeah, it's not gonna make a lot of change, but this one is pretty useful. If you want to make a website, head is also important. Well, you could put a title in it, means that you are gonna put something in this um, header. So for example, I want to go and you can see they are gonna be putting this one into the header of the website, and the body is the things that we are gonna be included in the website. For example, all the content in here or inside the website is code and body. So for example, I have to put h1 putting hello everybody, and the result will be you get you will get something inside this one. So okay, if I run this one, if I run the code, they will show hello everybody, and my header will be some random word. And if you want to run the code, you can open your finder and open your folder, and you can open the index.html here. So don't forget, open your folder that you have been made for doing coding. So and open the index.html, and you can open your file at the end. Alright, that's only what I gonna introduce you to HTML. So if you need information further about HTML, you can watch any videos online out here, because most of videos on YouTube is really explainable rather than me. So only maybe only that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm sorry if I made a mistake on this video. And I just wanted to and maybe only that. Thank you guys for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, guys. Thank you for Mawaldi. The explain introduce myself. Okay, guys. That's all from me for weekend teach talk. And then Wabillahi hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
لن تستقيم حياتنا